Okay, if you love chocolate, you're going to love this recipe. Low carb, keto friendly, triple chocolate scones. That's right, triple chocolate. So don't go away. I am so glad that you're watching. If you love chocolate, you're going to love these scones. Triple chocolate. How can you go wrong if chocolate is your favorite? We've got a chocolate dough with chocolate chips and a decadent chocolate ganache topping. So let's get started. Okay, we'll begin with the dry ingredients, and that is 2 cups of superfine almond flour. And to that, we're going to add a 1/2 cup of cocoa. And then to sweeten it up, I'm going to add a 1/3 cup of Lakanto golden monk fruit. And then for leavening, it's 2 teaspoons of gluten-free baking powder. And about a 1/2 teaspoon of pink Himalayan sea salt. And we're going to give that a stir and get it all incorporated. Okay, it's good to get all the lumpy cocoa bits broken up. So it's going to look kind of chocolatey, just like that. And so the next ingredient we're going to add is a 1/4 cup of cold butter. Now, it's important to have it cold for a reason, because you're going to be blending this into the flour mixture, and you don't want it to turn into a gooey mush. So I like to get my hands right into it. It mixes a lot quicker than using a pastry cutter or fork, but you can do either. So I'm just going to squeeze that through the flour mixture. And then you're going to end up with a coarse kind of wet sand-like flour mixture. You want to make sure you get all the butter bits mixed in. Oh, that's the sound of my oven. You do want to bake these at a lower temperature of 325. Okay, we're almost there. Okay, so the next thing we're going to add are the chocolate chips. And we have here about a 1/2 cup of Lili's chocolate chips. Lili's is just a fantastic brand. This is what it looks like. And she has these chocolate chips and these beautiful chocolate bars. And they taste amazing. Absolutely amazing. Okay, so now we're going to add our wet ingredients to this, so we get the dough all together. So that is 1 egg and about 2 tablespoons of heavy cream. And we're going to give that a stir. stir, and we're going to stir it until that dough starts to come together, and then we're just going to get our hands in there and shape it into a big giant ball. Okay, we're just about there. So I like to knead it up a little bit a few times right in the bowl. And if you do it in the bowl, it makes for a nice clean production. You don't have to add extra flour or anything like that to keep it from sticking from your surface. And here you just do it in the bowl, just like so, and it just makes it really nice to get it all incorporated and have the dough all come together. Okay, we are there. So I'm going to mix that into shape it into a nice ball. And then I'm going to put it on my prepared cookie sheet. Okay, you want to go ahead and pat that dough into a disc about 1 inch thick. Just like that. And then you're going to take your cutter and you're going to cut this into about 8 scones. So cut it in 4s, and then cut it in 4s again. Just like so. And we're going to go ahead and pull them apart a little bit around onto the baking sheet. And these are going to go into a 325 oven, as I had mentioned before, and they're going to bake for about, 20 to 25 minutes. So I'm going to go pop those in right now. And while those are baking, we're going to go ahead and make our ganache. Ganache. By the sound of the word, it seems like it's this really difficult chocolate sauce made by the French, but actually it's only 2 ingredients, chocolate and very hot cream. So in the bowl here I have 4 ounces, about 70% dark chocolate, and we have 4 ounces of heavy whipping cream that has been heated to just short of the boiling point. And all we're going to do is just pour that right over the chocolate. Just like that. And then we're going to let it sit for about 2-3 minutes. And then we're going to take this whisk and we're just going to whisk it smooth and glossy. So we'll give it some time to get it to melt. I think that's sat there for enough time, and we'll start whipping that chocolate into a beautiful mixture there. Okay, as you see, there is that beautiful chocolate, and the more you whisk it, the thicker it gets. It's just magic to me. Absolute magic. And there you go. And it is the best low-carb frosting you can make for your desserts and fillings, and also a beautiful base for making truffles. Okay, we're going to get this beautiful ganache glaze over the scones. Okay, here are the scones. They've been out of the oven for about 10 minutes. They're still slightly warm, but that's going to be okay because my ganache has cooled down a lot, so it's not as pourable. So we're going to go ahead and just get a rubber spatula and smooth over the top of a scone, just like so. These scones are so decadent. They're so rich, and really probably a half of one is probably plenty. But these make 8 generous scones. So, and be careful when handling while they're still warm because they could break. As you know, almond flour doesn't have any binder like gluten, so it tends to crumble a lot easier. If you want it to be less crumbly, then you can add about a half a tablespoon of xanthum gum to your dry ingredients, and that'll help bind the flour and make it less crumbly. So, well, I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and I hope that it was that good that you're going to run off, get the ingredients, and make these triple chocolate scones for yourself and your family. So, if there's friends that maybe would like to make it, please share this video, and if you would, like, and hit that little bell there on the top right, and that'll give you a notification when I come up with another great recipe to share. So, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, au revoir.